Welcome to BackStories. Thank you for joining us for the long-awaited singer, Tammi Terrell, the truth behind it all. In this exclusive story, we'll look into the life and legacy of one such dazzling talent. We'll uncover the secrets behind the glamour and the spotlight. Did you know that behind Tammi Terrell's soul-stirring voice and captivating stage presence was a story filled with triumphs, heartbreak, and a legacy that transcends generations? Sadly, Tammi Terrell left us at the tender age of 24, sending shockwaves through the music industry as well as the world. Suffering from health issues, Tammi battled not only for her career, but also for her life. Certainly one of the most extraordinary voices to have graced the stage, the enchanting Tammi Terrell embodied a unique blend of kindness, bubbly personality, not to mention beauty that set her apart. Teaming up with the legendary Marvin Gaye, they created musical magic. Beyond her musical talent, Tammi was a high school honor student. She earned a pre-med scholarship at the esteemed University of Pennsylvania, showcasing a depth of talent that extended far beyond the stage. She was a rare gem in the world of music, but behind the curtain of fame lay a darker reality. Tammi's life was marred by the haunting shadows of abuse from influential figures in her life. The tumultuous relationship with James Brown and David Ruffin cast a somber backdrop to her meteoric rise. Despite being a gifted artist, Tammi faced immense challenges, and her devoted fans continue to grapple with the pain of her absence. In the wake of her departure, numerous speculations and rumors have circulated about Tammi's life and passing. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Be sure to like and subscribe. Now let's dive into this captivating story together. Born Thomasina Winifred Montgomery on April 29, 1945 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Tammi grew up in a neighborhood that, while tough, was rich with cultural and musical inspiration. She was the eldest daughter of Jenny and Thomas Montgomery. Mother Jenny was an actress, and Father Thomas, a respected barbershop owner and local politician. Tammi was nicknamed Tommy, a reflection of her family's initial hope for a boy who would carry on the Thomas name. Despite this, she embraced her unique identity with charm and energy. Growing up alongside her younger sister, Tammi's home life was filled with the support and warmth of a close-knit family. However, the relationship with her mother was complex. Jenny struggled with depression and frequent headaches, leading to periods of hospitalization that strained their bond. Nonetheless, Tammi's father provided a stable and supportive environment that nurtured her burgeoning talents. Tammi's vibrant personality and natural music ability stood out. Recognizing Tammi's exceptional talent, her parents enrolled her in piano and dancing lessons at the age of 3. She quickly became a fixture at local churches and school talent shows, where her powerful voice and dynamic performances wowed family, friends, and local audiences. At the age of 11, Tammi was assaulted and sexually molested by 3 teenage boys while walking home. This experience was life-changing for the sweet young Tammi. Initially feeling withdrawn following this traumatic incident, years later her sister revealed Tammi became more interested in boys as a result of it. She also began to suffer excruciating migraine headaches frequently, similar to what her mother was experiencing around the same time. During this time, she changed her name from Tommy to Tammi. And just shy of her 15th birthday, she landed her first recording contract with Skepta Records in 1960. She recorded a ballad, If You See Bill, under the name Tammi Montgomery. During this time, she recorded demos for the Shirelles, and Tammi went on to record one more single for this record label. Tammy's big break came when she caught the eye of soul godfather James Brown. At just 15, she joined his review as a backup singer, which provided her with invaluable experience and exposure. Her time with James Brown was both a stepping stone and a tumultuous period in her life, marked by a complicated personal relationship with the soul legend. In 1961, Tammi created a group named the Sherries. Due to multiple disputes, Tammi was released from the group in late 1962. In 1963, Tammi recorded the song I Cried on Brown's Try Me Records, landing Tammi her first single on Billboard Hot 100, reaching number 99. Tammi endured physical abuse from James Brown, being an artist on his label and dating him. He was known to be controlling. He became so enraged one night at a venue that she did not stay and watch his entire performance. He assaulted and beat her brutally, said a friend who witnessed the incident. Tammi, 17 at the time, then left James Brown for good. She went on to sign with Checker Records and released a duet with Jimmy Radcliffe, If I Would Marry You, which Tammi co-composed. Frustrated over the lack of response for the song, Tammi announced a semi-retirement from music. Tammi enrolled in the University of Pennsylvania for 2 years, majoring in pre-med. During this time, she was approached by Jerry Butler. He wanted her to join him on some nightclub gigs. He assured her it would not interfere with her schooling. Tammi decided to join Butler on tour in April 1965. And while performing at the 20 Grand Club in Detroit, Motown CEO Gordy happened to be there. Loving what he saw, he approached Tammi and promised to sign her. In 1965, Tammi's career took a significant leap forward when she signed with Motown Records on April 29, 1965, on her 20th birthday. It was here that she subsequently changed her stage name to Tammi Terrell in an effort to stand out in the music industry. She soon released her first top 40 single, I Can't Believe You Love Me, followed by Come On and See Me. In 1966, Tammi went on to record 2 future classics, All I Do Is Think About You by Stevie Wonder and the Isley Brothers' This Old Heart of Mine Is Weak for You. After releasing her first single on Motown, Terrell was invited to join the Motown Revue, opening for the Temptations. In 1966, during the Motown Revue, she fell in love with David Ruffin, the lead singer of the Temptations. That same year, he proposed to Tammi, and she happily accepted. During an appearance together, Tammi announced their engagement. She later found out Ruffin was already married, with 3 children, and had a girlfriend in Detroit. This came as a shocking blow to Tammi. These issues caused tension between the two. He was physically abusive towards her and would often fight her in public around friends. These violent arguments, along with Ruffin's spiraling drug addiction, Tammi could not catch a break. She suffered from severe migraines after each quarrel. The headaches became worse than ever. In 1967, Ruffin hit Tammi in the head with his motorcycle helmet, causing her to leave him for good. This relationship took a severe toll on her both emotionally and physically. The abuse she suffered at the hands of Ruffin was a tragic counterpoint to her public image of strength and poise. Throughout her short life, Tammi would end up running to many different suitors for comfort and protection, only to fall victim to their violent bursts and jealous rages. Given her pleasant demeanor, outgoing personality, and all-around bubbly nature, her men found it just too hard to compete with that. Tammy's career took on another change in early 1967. Motown hired her to sing duets with the legendary Marvin Gaye, who already achieved successful duets with Mary Wells and Kim Weston. Marvin and Tammi made magic with their first recording, the Ashford and Simpson composition, Ain't No Mountain High Enough. Finally, she did it. The song became a hit in the spring of 1967, reaching number 19 on the Billboard Hot 100, as well as number 3 on the R&B charts, officially making Tammi Terrell a star. Their follow-up was an even bigger hit, Your Precious Love, reaching number 5 on the pop charts and number 2 on the R&B chart. The world had fallen in love with them. At Motown, she found her greatest success through her collaborations with Marvin Gaye. The duo went on television shows to perform their hits, with Marvin being initially shy and laid back, and Tammy's over-the-top personality with experience from the high-energy James Brown show. Terrell became his performance inspiration. Their chemistry on stage and in the studio was undeniable. Many believed they were romantically involved, but it was strictly platonic. They went on to produce more hits like If I Could Build My Whole World Around You in 1967, Ain't Nothing Like the Real Thing, and You're All I Need to Get By in 1968. With Tammi finally being established as a star, the demand for the duo exploded. The increase of performance dates that were added to their schedule took a toll on Tammy's health. The headaches and migraines she suffered throughout her childhood became more constant and severe. She began complaining of pain. One night while performing their hit song, Your Precious Love, at Hampton-Sydney College, Tammi collapsed into Marvin's arms. This marked the beginning of her severe health struggles. This couldn't have come at a worse time. She was finally at the happiest time of her life. After getting a series of tests, she was diagnosed with a malignant brain tumor. In early 1968, Tammi underwent brain surgery at Graduate Hospital in Philadelphia. Once Tammi recovered, she wasted no time. She returned to what she loved most, Hitsville Studios, and recorded You're All I Need to Get By, reaching number 1 on the R&B charts. Despite her courageous battle, Tammy's health continued to deteriorate. Her tumor worsened, leading to a series of surgeries and treatments. By 1969, Tammi retired from performing live on the advice from her doctors due to her tumors. In 1969, Motown released Tammy's first and only solo album, entitled Irresistible. However, she was too ill by then to do any promotion. Later that year, in 1969, Tammi went to see Marvin Gaye perform at the Apollo Theater, and as soon as he spotted Tammi, he immediately ran off the stage and rushed to her, and they began singing their hit, You're All I Need to Get By. This marked her final appearance, and the audience gave them a standing ovation. Due to complications from Terrell's health, in early 1970, she was left no choice but to use a wheelchair. She also began experiencing blindness and hair loss. By this time, she weighed a mere 93 pounds. Tammi had her final operation on January 21st, 1970. Afterward, Tammi fell into a coma. The medical staff did everything they could, but she never regained conscience. On March 16, 1970, the music world was devastated by the news of Tammi Terrell's passing at the age of 24. Her death was a profound loss, cutting short the life of a woman whose talent and potential were boundless. Tammy's fiance, Dr. Ernest Garrett, explained that Tammy's mother, Jenny, was so angry with everyone at Motown, she barred them as a whole from Tammy's funeral, except for Marvin Gaye. She knew that was Tammy's true and closest friend. The funeral was held at James Methodist Church in Philadelphia. Gaye delivered the final eulogy with "You're All I Need to Get By" accompanying him. It was reported that Gaye never fully got over his friend Tammi's death, which eventually led to him suffering from depression and drug abuse. Tammi Terrell's legacy lives on through her timeless music and the impact she made during her brief but remarkable career. Her duets with Marvin Gaye remain some of the most beloved songs in the Motown catalog, and her story continues to inspire and move fans around the world. Despite the hardships she faced, Tammi Terrell's spirit and talent left an incredible mark on the world of soul and R&B. Thank you for watching the story of Tammi Terrell, a true BackStories icon whose voice and story will forever resonate in the history of music. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories about the legends of music at BackStories 365.